Thanks for clicking Weather on Demand. I'm Sean Householder for Upper Michigan Source.com. Lot to talk about as we close the book on 2014, ending how we started. Bitter cold, snowy. We do have a wind chill advisory for roughly the western half of Upper Michigan. That continues until mid-morning this Wednesday morning. We do have bitter cold temperatures and gusty winds combining to bring wind chill into the 20 to 30 degree below zero range. New snow to talk about over the Keweenaw. Lake effect snow advisory will become effective 1 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, continuing through 1 p.m. Thursday. Lake effect snow advisory for Chippewa, wind advisories for Mackinac, and several bordering counties for northern lower Michigan as well. Check on these temperatures. You can see single digits and teens below zero almost all across the board. The only positive number we saw on this map, at least, Copper Harbor 4. Lots of backyard thermometers checking in into the teens below zero as well. A look at those winds. Generally a southwest wind gusting into the 20 to 30 mile an hour mark, especially along the Keweenaw, along the far western UP, and near the Superior shoreline. We do have wind chills down in through the 20 to 30 degree below zero mark. And elsewhere, there's also a lake effect, or I should say, lakeshore flood advisory for the far western Keweenaw Peninsula. Also a heavy ice accumulation advisory for that same area as those winds really get cranking. Those open areas exposed to the strongest winds, gusting to around 40, even possibly 50 miles an hour. That's going to whip up some high waves, peak wave heights around 20 feet or so, and there could be some ice accumulation on any surrounding objects. You can see some cloud cover moving in off the western Lake Superior. That's going to be the theme, but for now, lake effect snow fairly hard to come by. Some limited snow over towards Whitefish Point and the Keweenaw, but that quiet period is going to be short-lived. We do have clear skies that prevail, and that of course led to a chilly overnight over much of the Midwestern United States. Here you can see that disturbance that continues to build in out of Canada. That low pressure system, as it scoots eastward across south and central Canada, is battling it out for this big sprawling high pressure, which is working in from the Ohio River Valley right through the Pacific Northwest. And those two pressure differences are what means gusty winds for us, and that's just a theme today as this system continues to develop. Some system snow to talk about, but things are fairly dry for now. Winds, the bigger topic, and that's going to mean some drifting and blowing snow, especially over the Keweenaw Peninsula and near Superior shoreline. So for the game plan today, windy along the shorelines and through the Keweenaw Peninsula. Coldest over the interior western UP, struggling to break out of the single digits. Most of us, though, run through those teens. So we do see those peak wind gusts over the exposed areas working into around 40 to 50 miles an hour. That's going to be the theme tonight as well. Gusty winds, periods of reduced visibility, whiteout, or even blizzard conditions over the Keweenaw and along the Great Lakes shorelines. Keep that in mind. And we also have some new snow to talk about. Coldest inland, generally hanging into the single digits above and below zero, depending on just where you are. Coldest interior west. So for today, I think 2 to 4 inches of new snow are in order. A couple inches through the overnight. We're approaching a foot or so over the Keweenaw Peninsula and over the far eastern UP as we look towards New Year's Day evening. On the TV 6-day forecast, lake effect snow begins to take hold Thursday into our Friday. Continued cold, and then a couple of disturbances actually going to create some messy weekend weather. You'll notice a subtle warm up, but it's going to be short-lived. Man, we slammed that trapdoor shut as kids head back to school for Monday. It is going to be bitter cold with lows into the teens below zero yet again. More snow to talk about by then too. Have a safe and happy New Year's Eve, and remember, if you're driving, don't drink, and if you're drinking, don't drive.